The Beatles, four British teenagers destined to sell over 7 million albums and create over 200 timeless songs. U2, from small-time youth band in Dublin, Ireland to international sensation, still together and have been making music for the past 20 years. Nirvana, loud and proud defined alternative rock that we still know and love today. What do these three bands have in common? They all started as teenagers. Over the past 40 years, music has changed dramatically. From the way it's made to the way we perceive it, one thing has not changed: where it all starts. Almost every great musician's origin can be traced back to hanging out in their parents' garage or basement, with a group of friends expressing themselves through making music. Where do teens get the ambition and the dedication to organize and form a band? What is the creative process to making their music? What difficulties do they face with their band members? Second Place Studios proudly presents The Missing Piece.
Hello, I'm Hiene. I'm the guitar player in the band The Missing Piece.
Hi, my name is Gabi, and I play the bass for a band called The Missing Piece.
Hi, I'm Lazos. I'm the drummer for The Missing Piece.
My name is Dante Dileretto. I play guitar for The Missing Piece.
Practices are a lot of fun. First, we just warm up by playing random stuff, jamming, and then we'll start specifically going over certain songs and certain areas, transitions, or vocal harmonies.
We practice in Connor's garage now. We've moved locations a few times, but now we're set in Connor's garage, and our practices are usually pretty productive. We go through our songs. Sometimes neighbors interrupt when they hear us playing in Connor's garage, and they tell us how good we sound.
Hey, it sounds great.
Thank you.
Take care of you.
We'll do stuff from play, gigs such as, Battle of the Bands, or maybe a few friends' parties or something. Maybe even try to get at a restaurant such as PJ's and play, Friday nights or something. In order to do all that requires a lot of practice, so we try to practice as much as possible.
But a regular practice is pretty relaxed. We have a set of like 10 to 11 covers. But I mean, we take our time. We have a good amount of fun.
The band got started about 2 years ago. It got started because me and Gabi became really good friends through school. And I played music for 2 years before that, and I knew Gabi played a bunch of different instruments. She was really talented and a great singer.
So he asked me if I wanted to play, and I was like, sure, what do you want me to play? And he said that I could either play the piano or the bass. So I said that I would do either one. I would switch whatever he wanted me to do. And we realized we needed a drummer. So
3 of us got together, had practice, turned out really good. So, we started practicing, got another guitar player.
We got together, played a little bit a few times, and just came to the conclusion that why don't we just combine the two, and I can join their band and we'll just combine all our stuff together. Seeing as I've been playing guitar for a little longer than Connor has, so I can handle a little more lead stuff and bring something new to the table for their band.
usually Dante and Connor pick the songs. They pick all the styles of music that we do, and JJ and I go along with their styles. So I guess our band draws inspiration from a lot of different people, but we mostly reflect the classic rock, Bruce Springsteen, Dawes, and bands like that.
The Missing Piece, I think The Missing Piece, they did a great job last year at the Battle of the Bands. I know that Connor is just an unbelievable singer. I had him in my Tech 2 class, and he did a couple projects on my laptop because he needed to do some portable recording, and I was going through my laptop deleting some files the other night, and I heard some of his raw footage, and his voice it's gotten so much better in the last year, but it's very pure, and I think that the most important thing to have in a good rock band is having two good singers, and I know Connor's very good, and Gabi also has a great voice for that, and I think that you have to have great singers in order to have good rock bands. I've seen so many bands that, yeah, the drummer, guitar, bass player can play, but the vocals aren't there. I mean, the vocals are what draw people into rock, to many of the rock groups out there.
My advice for musicians in teen bands: play what you like, practice. Don't worry about it if you think people like what you play what you like, but work hard at it, because I think the biggest regret is I think we missed opportunities of working hard, playing, whenever we had a chance, and we didn't do that. So play a lot, play for free, play everywhere, play anywhere anybody will let you. Take every opportunity to get somebody to know who you are, You know, if you got to play in a mall, if you got to play for somebody's basement in a party, if you got to play outside, do it. Play whenever you can. And play together, because you'll get better.
The interesting thing about The Missing Piece, the reason why we have our name, is because we're four totally different people. Connor and Dante are really good friends, and they're really similar to each other. But me, JJ, and Connor are very different in our styles of music, in the people that we hang out with. We're really different people, and I think the reason that we named our band The Missing Piece is because music was kind of the missing piece that brought us all together and made us friends.
I write a bunch of songs. My songs differ from, you know, what kinds of mood I'm in, whether, you know, I'm happy or sad, or, you know, relationships I'm in with people. But I usually take songs and write songs about stuff that happens to me or stuff that I see in the world, and I find it's a really good way to get emotions out.
I've never done any of my songs with the band, partly because I'm afraid to share with them, and partly because Connor, JJ, and I don't agree on music styles.
The creative process, at least with this band, is nice because the leading forces of creating new material, new original material, are me and Connor, whereas a lot of times it'll just be one person. But in the few pieces we've been able to work on, either Connor will bring up like a full idea, and then I can add my own to it, or like one of us will have a part and we'll start piggybacking off of that. It's a nice way to do it because I feel like we come to a conclusion that is really a part of both of us, and then we can reflect that onto the rest of the band, and then through performing it and playing it, they'll in turn put their own taste on it.
I'd say that Bruce Springsteen and Bob Dylan are pretty big influences on my music. I love the stories that they tell and the lyrics that they use and what they write about going on in society. They just have always been, you know, I feel like I've learned a lot from them, not just musically, but also, you know, about history and stuff that's going on in our culture.
We don't really have too many issues in our band. Me and JJ and Connor and Dante are all kind of laid back people. We don't really like confrontation. We don't feel the need to call people out or like have a talk with anyone. We just kind of go with whatever happens.
In terms of like personality clashing and like cooperation, we all get along really well. I think that stems from them being really good friends and working together for a long time before I was introduced into the group, and just a kind of easygoing feel amongst all of us. The only issues we really run into is being able to have everyone there for every practice each week, and the fact that we play in Connor's really cold basement.
The major issue is just scheduling, trying to get band practices, because everyone, you know, is a high school student and most of us have jobs, so it's really hard to get our schedules to match up. So sometimes we'll only have 2 people out of practice or 3 people out of practice.
When we can get a full band practice together, it's really nice because it's nice to get all the sounds and everyone working together.
I think as a band, our goal is to be one of the best bands in Shawnee at the time. I know we've been talking about getting on the morning show. But hopefully soon people will recognize us as a band in this school.
Our goals as a band really is, you know, of course we love playing music, and really that's all we want to do, but also another one of our goals is, you know, to maybe, you know, go professional, so this way we can make a little cash too on the side.
I definitely hope we can get maybe a few gigs together, just because they're fun playing, practicing with these people.
I think in the recent years, music has changed quite a bit from the need of not needing a strong melody as much as a strong rhythmic figure or rhythmic ideas. Rhythm has become way more important in a lot of popular music, not all, than actual melody.
You could record a song in your basement on somebody's computer and they don't even know what you look like. So, you know, the whole idea of a like image and packaging and, you know, what you look like, you could be a guy my age, and if you're playing the right kind of rock and roll music and nobody knows what you look like, nobody would know if it was who you are, it could be great, and people could buy it and love it, and it doesn't matter.
Music has changed a lot over the years. I mean, I know when my parents were younger, it was more, I guess, classic rock and like Michael Jackson and people actually singing and playing instruments. And now it's progressed to technology playing the instruments for us, technology singing the words for us even with auto-tune and stuff like that. And I just feel like music has degraded over the years. And that's why I really like being a musician and being in a band, because you can kind of bring music back up to that standard that it used to be in your own little group, like actually playing real music and not techno or dubstep.
All modern music listed on the radio, you know, it's going to like electric drums or these programmed drums or something, and it's not the same.
The whole era of record contracts and paying your dues like that, it's much different. And a lot of these bands now, they record and release stuff on their own label. They do it themselves. They sell it on their website. They offer free music streaming from, you know, giving MP3s away or streaming from their website. It's a totally different business model than what it was. Different world. Embrace the technology.
Although music has changed so much in the last 40 years, many people still believe in music made and played by real people.
When all four of us come together, it's a real organic, really fun experience, and I definitely am happy that I'm in with this band and hope that we can do some fun stuff together.
We just hit it off immediately and became really good friends, and Dante and Gabi and everyone's really good friends now, and it's just a bunch of fun.
My favorite part about being in the band is having a group of people to just hang out with and play instruments with, because it's not every day that you can get a group of people together who all play different instruments and just play some songs.
Something else that comes with music that, you know, everybody in the audience doesn't see is what happens at our practices or what happens on the side. Because really we're just, you know, we're an average group of kids too, you know, we like to have fun, we'll joke around with each other. And that's kind of the best part about being in a band, you know, you're getting something done, you're doing something you love, but also you're being yourself at the same time.
Being with the same group of people for a long period of time, you become a band of brothers, so to speak. So it becomes very enjoyable, especially when you play together for a long time. You start to learn everybody's tendencies, you click as a unit, and you start playing some stuff, and you get done, and you go, wow, did we really do that?
The Missing Piece is only one of thousands of teen bands to be found in high schools around the world. And as for rock and roll, it will never die.